Well, Joe Theismann was a star on the football field. In this segment, we're going to talk about being the star in a Broadway show, but what might even be tougher than that, having to fill in for the star, especially when he is a bona fide Hollywood superstar. Notre Dame alum Joe Wilson Jr. is doing just that. He will serve as the understudy for Tony and Oscar winner Denzel Washington in the upcoming revival of Eugene O'Neill's The Iceman Cometh. Joining us now via the Notre Dame Day video hotline is Joe Wilson Jr. Joe, thank you for joining us on Notre Dame Day.
I am so thrilled to be here. I am so excited. I'm so nervous.
Oh, yeah, I'm nervous. Well, we are thrilled to have you talk with us. Can you give us an idea of the path that took you from Notre Dame to the Broadway stage?
Well, that's a bit of a long story, but I'll try and give you the abbreviated version. My degree is in political science, government. I graduated with a BA in government. And I took an acting class in the final year of the end of my junior year in college, because I didn't want to mess up my GPA. I thought, well, acting, how I can get an easy A. And so my plan was actually to leave Notre Dame and to go into law school. And I had been accepted into some law schools. And so that was the plan. But I took an acting class to just waste time. And the rest is history. That senior year, I took more acting classes. I directed. I acted in more shows. And then as I got into law schools, I went away with my buds who were in the theater program to audition for graduate programs in acting to see what, could have happened, because I was going to law school. And what could have happened was I got accepted into triple the amount of graduate programs in acting to receive my master's degree in acting than I did law schools. And so I called my parents and told them that I was not going to law school, but I was going to go to acting school. And my father yelled and my mother cried. But I ended up getting my MFA in acting, and I worked and lived in Minneapolis at the Guthrie Theater, the University of Minnesota there, and got my degree in acting. And then I moved to New York. A show came into Minneapolis that I met an agent, and I got a starring role in that was supposed to go to Broadway and didn't. And from that, I met my agent, and he said, when you come to New York, Joe, look us up. And so I moved to New York that January, and I booked my first Broadway show, which was Superstar on Broadway, Jesus Christ Superstar on Broadway, and that was in 2000. I lived and worked in New York until 2005, and the old adage is you live in New York to work outside of New York, because all of the regional theaters come to New York to do their casting. And so a theater called Trinity Repertory Company out of Providence, Rhode Island, cast me in a show, then cast me in another show. And that's where I have now been for now 13 seasons. Of the past 13 years of my life, I've been a member of
I can
the
almost
resident.
hear your mom and dad way back then. You want to be an actor? What? Law school? Not? You want to be an actor? All right, so you are serving as Denzel Washington's understudy in the role of Hickey. I guess my question is, certainly some in the audience, they go to the theater and Denzel Washington not performing tonight in that role, and they're so disappointed. Is there an extra incentive to win over that audience? Because some of them are disappointed that Denzel is not there.
Well, to be brutally honest with you right now, my relationship isn't to the audience.
Yeah.
My relationship is to the play and to the director and to the actors who are working very hard every day to mount this show. We're now in previews. My job as an understudy is to first and foremost learn my lines, and also to observe and to watch and to try and get a sense of the director's intent in terms of how he crafted the production, and to get that into my body as much as I can without having any kind of rehearsal. We will have our first rehearsal the day after we open. And so my time now is a very solitary job, where it's all about me in my head, learning what I have to do as best I can. But I'm not thinking about the audience, because my relationship is to the play. I'm a servant of the play. I'm a servant to the director. I'm a servant to the other actors. I'm a servant to the story. And the audience is something that, I don't think about in this process. Although, it crosses your mind. But ultimately, I have a job to do, because ultimately those people who come and see me or come and see the play, they won't want me to stink. And so they'll be supporting me.
This is a true thing. Well, and you're right. You have to be true to the work, you know, and to the director. Well, Joe, it is fantastic. The Iceman cometh. You are another domer who has made the university so proud. And good luck in this project. It opens on Broadway April 26th. And thank you for joining us this afternoon.
It's my pleasure. Thank you
Just
very much. Take
fantastic.
care.
Thank you, Joe.